Oh, today, welcome back to the What's Your Motive podcast. Today, I have more than just a special guest. I have a childhood friend, although we differ in age by a few years.
Yeah.
It's only a few years.
Yeah, a few years. You're like 42, right? 42. I'm about 26.
Yeah. You know how it goes. But we grew up together. Needless to say, he's a father. He's an educator, a musician slash artist. I'm sure if you're in the Milwaukee area, you've heard some of his music. I remember Pipe Lake Drippin'.
Pipe Lake Drake.
Yeah. I remember that. We used to, me and Queasy used to rock to that.
Shout out Quez.
Yeah, shout out Queasy. I gotta get him on, man. I gotta get him on. He been pressing me.
Let's go.
He's a Special Olympics coach. I'm gonna let him get into that too as well. And he's a girl dad ×2, and he got a +1 on the way, which is gonna be maybe a Quentin Redd Jr.
Yeah, we working on that right now.
Working on that
right now. Might be a junior, might not. We'll see.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, the son usually got
Yeah, I know.
The lineage, the legacy.
Yeah, I got to keep the legacy going. The name, the red name, it's gonna keep going. We got a lot of boys in the family.
Okay.
But me personally, gotta keep it going.
Gotta keep it going. I mean, my son the third.
Ooh, oh yeah, I forgot you were a junior.
So, hey, we gotta keep it alive.
It's
not a lot of people named Walter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So I try to shorten it up. I'm Walt. I'm Weezy. I'm Toon.
I know you as Toon. So.
See what I'm saying? I know you as Spoonie.
Yeah,
Q Red. That's what I call you nowadays.
Yeah, you going way back.
You know what I mean? How you feeling today, man?
I feel fantastic, man. Thanks for
That's good, man.
For having me.
I think we haven't seen each other in some years.
Yeah, it definitely been a while.
Hit or miss in communication. I think one of the last times I remember seeing you, man, this was a long time ago. This was like the summer, like, when did Drop 3 come out for Wayne?
Oh, it was when I came through and grabbed the CDs from you?
Yeah. Was it 07? Remember, Mom stayed right on Sherman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can always catch me on Sherman.
Yeah,
and I remember you came over, you was upstairs, we was chopping up. That's the last time I remember. And I remember Drought 3 came out. And we was going crazy.
Yeah, every time something came out, I had to come by your crib and get it.
Yeah.
Fresh off the press.
Especially Weezy, you know what I mean?
Go to Toon crib.
And that's for sure. And I think that's one reason why we locked in too, besides just like basketball.
Yeah, besides basketball, it was that.
Because we love Wayne.
Love Wayne.
Still the greatest?
Wayne. Woo! Hey, so check. So I was having this talk with Don Weave.
So, Jadam, bro. Here Weave go. What, so, Mr. Joe Budden?
No, it wasn't Joe Budden. So I said Future is my 1A and Wayne is my 1B. Do it out there. He said he wouldn't go that far. But I went there.
Future 1A.
Future, man. Future.
And Wayne 1B.
Future just right.
What's Stephen A. be saying? That's blasphemous. That's insane. I never would have thought to hear that come out of your mouth.
I know.
But I respect it. I respect it. You know, a lot of people like Future, and back in the day, I did used to rock with Future. I ain't really listen to too much.
I didn't listen to him back then.
You didn't?
I just came around.
And when I
went back. I'm like, oh, this guy's legendary.
Oh, you went back?
I went back. Yeah.
See, the only time I go back is when I'm listening to Wayne. I was just listening to Squad 4 the other day.
Ooh.
Talk about classics, man.
Hey, Best Squad. Which one?
Man. So I went back to Squad 4. It was crazy.
Squad 4 is definitely crazy.
That might be the best because remember,
you ain't wrong. I'm just throwing it out there.
The We Ready was legendary.
No, I remember getting
Renegade was legendary. That might be.
It is.
I think it's Squad 4.
It's Squad 4.
It's Squad 4.
Just throwing it out there.
What's the best drought?
It got to be Drought 3.
Hands down.
It got to be Drought 3. Yeah.
Dedication. I'm going D2.
I want to go D2, but D1 just the drama effect. It is just kind of open the gates for drama too. I'm going D1.
You know what?
I'm going D1. When it come on,
can I do a 1A 1B?
Go ahead. I'm not judgmental at all.
But you know what? I'm gonna rock with you. I'm gonna say D1 is 1A, and D2 is
you ain't wrong.
1B.
All right. What about the Carters?
I love C1.
You can't go wrong.
I love C1, but when that mob come on C2,
ooh. Hey,
that's different. Nobody could undeniable.
You not wrong at all. You go C2?
I'm going C2.
Ooh.
What you got?
Man, I'm really between 3 and 4. But I went 3.
Okay.
3 is the best.
Okay, I respect it.
3 is the best to me.
Was it Millie on 3?
Yep, Amelia was on 3, but Shoot Me Down kind of take it to like a whole nother level, like with the song making and stuff. C4 is just hit after hit after hit, like it's crazy.
We gotta appreciate the lyricism.
Yeah, like the run of lyricism, like it just ain't one here, one there. It's like even you talking about Louisiana. Come on, that's why we friends,
bro.
I saw his face, right?
Listen,
I'm just saying.
Louisiana.
I'm just saying.
I was just telling Quest about because he was saying like nowadays he try to listen to music that he kind of could feel and relate to. I'm like, you still can relate to Wayne, you know what I'm saying? And that's still his favorite.
Yeah.
But he been really into like Meek lately.
Okay.
So I've been giving him a lot of like, come on, bro, Meek, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I get it.
Yeah,
but I told him, I said, dog, like, you remember Amen off of Louisiana?
I'm gonna go one more. Not the sessions, not the as the W. Carter sessions. I know you remember that.
Okay, yeah.
I know you remember that. The one that came out before Carter 3 with Need Some Quiet Time.
Yes, that was like the reincarnation, one of them ones.
Yeah,
because they had I Feel Like Dying on it.
Yep, yeah.
When They Come For Me.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
them was classics.
Oh boy, if that would have came out, that probably would have been better than the Carter 3 that came out. That was the leak one.
Is it? Man, it's gonna be a crazy one. Do you think some of his mixtapes was better than some of his albums?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah.
Suffix was crazy. It was low key slept on. Prefix was low key slept on.
I remember I came and got them from you. Yeah.
You know what I mean? We still burning CDs.
Yeah. I remember I came and got them from you.
Man, Wayne catalog too long, bro. We could go.
We'll be here for hours.
Yeah, we'll be here forever. But man, shout out Wayne, shout out Future, shout out 1A Future for my boy Q Redd.
Thank you.
All right, but just for the people that's gonna be tuned in to the pod and stuff like that, tell them where you from, man.
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 414. 4 with the big one. 4.
Okay. Yeah. What area?
Northside Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where I'm from. Born and raised.
Yes,
sir.
How many siblings you got?
2 siblings. 1 brother, 1 sister. Older brother, younger sister. I'm the middle child. Older brother, special needs. So, the younger sister. So, I was pretty much like the older sibling. My sister always got on me about getting away with stuff. I'm like, I ain't get away with nothing. Like, the laws caught me first. And then when moms and pops got word of it, I was still getting in trouble. But I was the one to let y'all know, what y'all can and can't do out here. So
even though you was a middle child, you still played Big Brother.
Definitely played Big Brother.
What was that like for you?
It's just being a protector. I kind of learned it through my uncles. I got hella uncles, so just having a huge family and being around a lot of men, and then having pops in the house.
Right. Shout out pops.
Yeah, trying to teach you to be a protector. Teach your sister right from wrong when she go out here in these streets, and also learn how to treat women when you go out here and stuff like that. So, being a big brother just came, courtesy of, all the people I had surrounding me. So.
That's good. So you feel like, is it safe to say you had a pretty good foundation and, support around you with moms and pops, right?
Definitely.
Right. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't get that, right?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you can see it. I can see it, and I know, how many kids you got?
2 girls.
2 girls.
2 girls.
2 girls.
Yeah.
What's that like being a girl dad?
Man, it's a challenge. It's a challenge, especially you teenage girl. Carla's about to be 16, so
that's crazy.
I know. Remember when she was born? I know you remember when she was born.
Yes.
So her being 16, getting ready to be 16, and just me looking back on the things that I was doing at that age and trying to navigate her through this stuff, knowing that she gonna make mistakes, whether it's with school or friends or whatever the case may be, and let her live and grow through those mistakes, and also letting her know, I'm gonna be there for her, but don't get too dumb at the same time. So, do you find yourself because like you just said, remembering what it was like for you when you were 16? Yeah. Do you find yourself sometimes having to take a step back and be like, hold on, you could make that mistake, Definitely. Or do you find yourself overcompensating sometimes too? No, I don't want to do too much. Okay. I don't want to do too much to push her away. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen, where daughters just hate their dads because of how strict they were and things like that. Mm-hmm. But I do want to be strict, but I also want to give her the leeway to, of course, she has to make those mistakes because she ain't going to know about life if she don't go through it herself. So, just letting her know, like, hey, this gonna happen.
Right.
Like, it's gonna be a consequence no matter what you do if it's some bullshit.
Right.
So, you gotta be mindful of what you're doing when you go out here, and then understand that, you're not just living for yourself, but, you got people that's gonna look and see, like, oh, that's Quentin's daughter.
Absolutely.
So,
representation, right?
Representation. I'm in education, so of course I know some of the educators that she's around, so
Yeah. Nah, man, that parenting stuff is definitely different. When you was younger, did you imagine yourself being a father?
Yeah, I did. I wanted to be a father. I wanted to have 3 kids. I thought I was gonna be married way earlier in life.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to walk in the footsteps of my pops.
Right.
He was my role model. So
That's beautiful, right?
Yeah,
there.
definitely. A lot of people don't have that. Don't have that in-house role model. I didn't have to look for Jordan to be my role model, or Jay-Z, or whoever was the face at the time. I had the face in the house, and whatever my dad did, shit, that's what I wanted to do. So,
you know what is crazy about that? Like, I'm glad you said that, and I'm glad that you said it with so much like confidence and fervor, because a lot of times people, and granted, that's be their circumstances where they might not have a father in a crib and stuff like that, but a lot of times it's more so like, my dad went with me, so I had to learn the hard way. Wasn't nothing given to me. I didn't have a road. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's kind of like what a lot of people kind of like lean towards in terms of like, I'm gonna relate to that, which is cool, but I find it more not rewarding. I find it more valuable hearing from somebody like you, where it's like, no, my dad was in my life. I was fortunate to have that. I didn't take it for granted, and that's who I actually tried to emulate.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that says a lot. And I think a lot of kids need to hear that.
Oh, they definitely do. And also, they don't need to be resentful if they dad not there in that moment, because circumstantial, like you said. And a lot of fathers want to be there, like,
right?
Working in that setting, that school setting. We talk to kids day in and day out. Like, my dad, he wants to come, or he's been calling and stuff like that. He not able to get through, so it's circumstantial. And then I just don't want kids to be resentful to their dads for missing something that they had no idea they was missing, or didn't know they tried to reach out and get there.
Exactly.
So it's stuff like that. So being a father figure, it's number one. It's like above money, above everything else to me. It's number one. So
no, that's important though, and I'm glad. Sure. Like, and that's another reason why this platform is what it is, and why I reached out to you, because I be looking for people to actually see different perspectives. Because you gotta think about it. Let's be honest. Like, when people come into the schools to kind of like talk to the kids, obviously a lot of the kids have these broken homes. They come from these different areas and stuff like that. So a lot of times what they'll do is we bring in these guest speakers that speak to that pain, which is good but we also need that representation of people that come from like, no, this is what it was like, and this is what it can be. And even if you didn't have that, when you get older, you can set the foundation. You can have your wife, you can be that husband, you can be that father, and you can lead. You know what I mean? And like you said, don't be resentful for it. Don't use it as a crutch. Don't use it as an excuse. Like, man, thank you for sharing that, man.
Sure.
I mean,
and to piggyback what you said, too many of our kids like think it's a dead end. Like, they think like, all right, somebody ain't there in their life, and then when I reach 21 or 22, or I get this much money and I did this such, all right, it's over. I'm just about to jump off a cliff, and I'm about to just go buck wild. Like, you got a long life. It's about longevity, and they only gonna want to live longer if they see us living longer and having a fruitful life. So we got to be the representation of it. So
absolutely. And what you just said is a great representation, and I appreciate that, man. Because
sure.
And I don't knock anybody that want to speak to that and stuff like that, because I could be up here harboring like, yeah, my dad wasn't there, he didn't show up to these things or whatever. It was just my mom. But I really want to portray something different, and really not portray, but show them kids something different. So like, you in education, I've been in education. It's like, yeah, that happened, but this is what we moving forward to. You know what I'm saying? Well, you got something. It's a silver lining in it somehow, some way.
Exactly.
Man, you got me getting off topic, man. You know what I mean? But
hey, ain't nothing but church.
Yeah. It is Sunday, so but switch gears. What schools did you attend growing up?
Hawthorne Elementary School.
Okay.
Webster Middle School.
Shout out Webb House. I went there for 6th grade.
Bad, wasn't it?
Ooh, that's my first suspension, boy. I got suspended, boy. You fall in line. When you go to them type of schools, you fall in line.
I ain't gonna lie. I see the first time I seen somebody get violated on the code, gang activity, Webster Middle School. And I seen it all the time. Like bathroom.
Bus. Oh my, you bring back so many memories.
I seen somebody get violated on the code and I was like, oh, I ain't had to go to jail for this. So I knew it was tough. Talking about 12 years old. And then Vincent High School.
Vincent. So you went to Webster 6th through 8th?
6th through 8th, yeah.
You snap.
Oh man, moms and them they ain't play. Like if I was at the spot, I was gonna stay there. So it's just what it was.
I went to Webster, Audubon, and then a private school. I went to 3 different schools.
Moms got you up. I mean,
I got in trouble at Webster. I was tripping.
Oh.
My grades were straight, but the behavior just wasn't there.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of how it was there though.
Wasn't it? Lots of freedom when you switching those classes.
Yeah, too much freedom.
Shout out Miss Gastro.
Shout out Mr. Herring.
Shout out Mr. Hickman. Man.
House. Yeah. That went to Vincent. Vincent between 99 and 03.
Okay.
Some of the talking about gym class. Some of the best basketball you can play.
In gym?
Oh, in gym. Like all the hoopers. I don't care. I don't care what nobody say. All the hoopers went to Vincent.
All of them went to Vincent?
All the hoopers went to Vincent, bro. I played 1 year of basketball in school. All my gym classes were like full pressure, high pressure high school games, bro.
Right.
Like,
it was intense.
It's intense, bro. You playing against everybody. And you think, I'm
Vincent is known for basketball.
99 to 03. That's when I went there. Then Whitewater.
So who you there with?
99. You got everybody from Jose, Greg Brown, Bouet to when little Billy got there, 02 I think it was.
Yeah, because I think was he? Yeah, they my year.
So from that range, you got top notch basketball all the way through.
Hey, I mean,
that's just
that's the truth.
That's the truth. Yeah.
So that was high school, but if we go back a little bit,
go ahead.
What grade were you in when we played in NCSL?
That was. So I played NCSL.
I think I was 10. So I was like 5th grade.
I started playing like as a little kid though, like 7, 8 years old, something like that. Football. I remember football. My jersey probably like this big, so it had to be like about that age. But I played up until 13, something like that. So
because you could play until you went to high school, or something like that, right?
Until you went to high school. Yeah. So, from probably 7 to 12, 13, something like that.
Because they had the Pee-wees and they had the juniors.
Yeah, Pee-wees and juniors.
And like we were talking about before, you said, because I was like, you remember, I was just on you like, man, they don't even got NCSL basketball no more. And you was like, yeah, they don't, but they got the football.
Yeah, they got NCSL
and I ain't recognize that. But do you, like, NCSL was like beneficial to the kids?
Oh,
man.
Definitely.
A lot of fathers involved.
Oh, it was
right. It was hands on deck when it came to male figures, right?
It was a lot of male figures around, and just like cats who like watching football games. It was a lot of cats who was really good at football. I remember a lot of black families being there, barbecues.
Yes,
like it was cracking. But even now, like I was telling you before, it's like that now with the football.
Still live.
It's still live. It's a lot of families, a lot of they got cheer squads, food trucks out there, food vendors and stuff like that. So they doing a really good job of pushing the football portion of NCSL. I don't know where basketball.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to what happened with the basketball thing because Kevin was running it.
Yeah.
I forgot who else, but
I remember Lopez ran it for a little bit
at Madison.
Yeah. Madison.
That's where we was at Madison?
No, it was at, I think we played at Vincent too.
You did?
And then we went to Madison.
Yeah, Madison.
I can just remember coaches. Like, I remember Prescott. I had Prescott. Who you had?
Who did
Battles?
I have?
No, Battles was coaching. Shout out Battles.
Yeah, shout out Battles.
Battles had the squad.
His son played on my team, though.
Yeah.
He was a little younger than me, too, though.
Yeah, he was a little younger.
I don't remember who my...
Virgil.
Cheating
Virgil.
Virgil.
Make sure you get that over there. Cheating Virgil. Yeah, no, Virgil had
his hand in everything, but it was good though. It was good though.
It was definitely good for the youth for us.
Man Harry, competition was good. All-star game, clean trophies, banquets. Who we all had come through there? R.P. Felix Walls.
R.P. Felix Brody.
His nephew Tony Walls played for the Milwaukee Waves.
Oh yeah, his soccer game was cold.
Yeah.
You went to see him?
Yeah, we went to the Wave. Walk
nice.
tapped in with Ian Bennett and them too.
Shout out Lil Walk too. I be seeing him. I see him.
Walking, he cold at soccer.
Yeah, you weren't good at soccer.
No, I wasn't good at soccer. I was straight defender in soccer. Get that mug, you know what I mean?
Shout out Lil Walk, yeah. And shout out Lil Tony, yeah. I seen him not too long ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was getting off.
Yeah, so he played too.
He played. JP played.
JP.
L Mac.
Elliot.
Who else you say?
Who else was there? Nick Polk.
Nick Polk. JR.
JR Blount.
Shout out JR. Where he coached it? He coached D1 somewhere.
Iowa State. Yeah. That was growing up. Although Elliot was kind of like my best friend, him and JR got tight when they played on
Dominican, right?
They played AAU together.
Oh, okay.
I think they was playing AAU together and stuff like that. Remember, I never played AAU. Though.
Yeah,
I was too little. I was short. Wasn't nobody taking me serious.
Nah, my pops love your jumper though. We friend that with the jump shot, man.
I was so little, dog, man.
We just get a friend with the jump shot, man. Tell me come up.
Man, I missed the NCAA days. I wish we could recreate that somehow, some kind of way, man.
Somehow. I mean, it's still a lot of cats that be reaching out and stuff that played it. Like, I mean, come on, PJ, you know PJ. PJ, he always talk about it.
The twins.
Yeah.
Troy Calvert. Shout out Troy. Shout out Troy.
Shout out Troy. That's Donald Squad, right?
Yeah, plenty battles at the Miami Falls YMCA.
Hack me up.
Man, but I was just missing NCSL, man. That's where we built a lot of friendships from.
Yeah.
You know, shout out Herm. That was you and Herm was 1-2 punch on your team, boy.
Herm was my boy for sure. Like, yeah.
I played against him a few times in the City League.
He's
for
still
basketball.
boring,
He's still hooping. He got dreads and all that now.
Yeah, I seen him a couple times. Ain't no hooping for me though.
No, ain't no hooping for you. Well, you had an injury.
Yeah, torn Achilles.
Tore your Achilles.
A year ago.
It took you a whole year to rehab?
It took like 3-4 months of rehab. But it's just getting that strength back in my leg and stuff like that, and getting the confidence.
You know who else tore theirs?
Who that?
Kenny.
Banyard?
Yeah.
Woo.
Can't even tell you tore that boy.
When he do it?
Man, was it 2012 maybe?
Oh,
it was
a
minute
while
ago.
ago. Oh, okay. He back hooping now?
What? He's still playing like 100 leagues. I think he play overseas too.
What?
No, it's
what?
He gonna be going crazy when he hear that. He gonna be going crazy when he hear that.
Kenny B.
Yeah.
I told Big Bro you said what up too. Yeah, you know Kenny and bro like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I always got love for Kenny.
The
way he love my brother, bro. Anybody got love for my brother? They already.
That's respect. I respect that.
Sure,
so switching gears. When did you get into education?
I got to education about 7 years ago. I did go to school for physical education.
Okay. Whitewater.
Yeah, Whitewater.
Okay.
School wasn't for me at the time.
So, way to be honest.
Yeah. But just doubling back in special education always been, second nature to me. Mm-hmm. And something opened up for me. Out in the Elmbrook district, and they accepted me with open arms, and they let me flourish in that role. And
for real,
man, just learning everything kind of under the spectrum, kind of being self-edifying myself and learning it myself. But they gave me the opportunity, just to be able to like blossom. I know Braille, sign language, and just a lot of different ways to communicate with people who may be nonverbal, who not verbalize what the normalness is. Whatever normal is.
Right.
Whatever normal is, they don't communicate that way. So just finding opposite ways to, engage in some type of dialogue with people who don't engage in dialogue verbatim with their mouth.
So like, I know you said they provide you opportunity, but like, did you lean towards that based on kind of like you coming up with your brother? And like, did you have a big hand in like helping out your brother as,
I kind of just fell in love with the role.
Okay.
And, I'm an empathetic individual.
For sure.
And, just kind of leaning with my heart into education instead of leaning with, like, just learn this and learn that. It's a lot of different things to learn in life outside of just the books stuff, It's like hooping,
Thank you.
With the X's and O's, It's more than just, that. It's different ways to communicate with people. It's different ways to walk. It's different ways to get around, just letting people know, and, if somebody gonna come to me about something to learn something, I'm gonna try to get whatever I can, you know. So just putting that positivity in the world, you know. I know it's not a lot of people that look like me that do those type of things.
This is true.
So you know, just being that spokesperson for people who can't speak for themselves.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, what is that like? Like you said, people that look like us, being in education and then even being in that type of role. Like, what do you think about that? Like, how does that make you feel?
I mean, it makes me feel empowered.
Okay.
It makes me feel empowered, to walk in that room. Because I walk in there with the same confidence I walk in any other room, So, whether it's IEP meeting or assessment or whatever the case may be, I'm going to walk in there with the confidence and the knowledge, to be knowledgeable on whatever platform that we on. And, just, to be in there with my hat to the back or my ripped jeans or Adidas on or, hip hop, whatever it is, but I'm still going in there with that same type of enthusiasm and knowledge that everybody else in there got. So, this is kind of how it is. 10 toes ain't just, on some street stuff. It's everyday life. So
it was crazy when I was just listening to you, dog. What you said was like, not. It don't even matter what type of attire I got on.
Yeah.
I'm still coming in there prepared up here and then up here.
Exactly.
And I think sometimes people get that misconstrued by the way, like if you don't have a suit and tie on and things like that, where you don't look the part, that you really don't belong in these rooms. Exactly. But when you look at it, like you said, I can come in with my hat to the back, my jeans on, my sweatpants on, whatever it is, and I can sit down here and have this conversation with you, regardless of what I got going on.
Exactly.
And I think that's, if we talking about being culturally responsive and all that, all this other jargon we use in education, why not embrace that?
Exactly.
And just, I'm a deviate a little bit. You always been into Adidas.
Always, still am.
And I'm looking at you today. You still got Adidas on.
Always.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
You've been 3 stripes forever.
Like what I like.
I've never seen you in Nike.
Bro, I wore a pair of Nikes. I tore my ankle up. I remember this. I went to the Y one day, forgot my shoes. Wore a pair of Hirachis. Shout out Brandon Green. I wore a pair of Brandon Hirachis, man. I tore my ankle up. I had to go to the ER. I was on a crutch. I had like severe ankle sprain. It's like the only time I wear Nikes. No way. I'm straight.
You always been 3 stripes. That's crazy.
3 stripes. Shout out Kanye.
Shout out Kanye. So I'm sure
he got crazy.
This man been Adidas for that's.
Come on, man.
Hey, some things don't change.
Don't change, man.
Hey, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Hey, you know it.
Yeah. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's in special education. What are some of the things that you like see on a regular basis that be like kind of challenging?
I mean, for me personally, I don't really see it as a challenge.
Okay.
I don't see it as a challenge, like I said, because it's second nature to me. My brother, 40 some odd years old. I've been under the roof of somebody under the spectrum my entire life, so it's not really a challenge to me. I think it's more challenging for the people surrounding people that's around that type of stuff, because they just stare. So I'm like, why are you staring? Of course, they were born like this. They didn't choose this life. Like whatever you're about to do, you can choose to do. But right now, you're just choosing to stand and judge. Like you can just keep moving, or you can be inquisitive.
That's powerful.
You can ask questions. If this is a nonverbal individual, come say hi, and we can figure out how to talk. I can integrate the conversation for you. But it's really more so people surrounding the people that's under the spectrum, like they're at a zoo or something. So it kind of it pissed me off because I'm in support of these people. So you can come say hi to me, but won't say hi to the person next to me. So no, you can say hi to both of us, and then we can say hi however we speak.
You know, it's funny. That's exactly what. Okay, I'm gonna say that part. But you just saying that just reminds me of a conversation I was just having with my buddy. He has an autistic son, and he was saying like it's very important to kind of like bring awareness to the people around that just stare, like you said, like looking at this kid or this person, this adult, whatever it is. Like you in a zoo exhibit or something like that, or like you at the zoo or some kind of museum, and it's like, how do we even educate them to, to get them to understand and, how to, navigate that space with these people as opposed to just like staring and being like, okay, that's weird. What is such and such doing? You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, I've always been taught that there's no one person alike. you treat everybody differently. You treat people as individuals.
Yep.
And when you start compressing people and putting them in boxes and stuff like that, you treat everybody like how you want. You treat this person like that person. You treat them the same. I mean, you treat them the same. Like you aren't supposed to do that. Like I just got to individualize how you treat people, and that just falls in lines of being an empathetic individual. Really, like you wake up and be a good, kind-hearted person, and everything else will manifest itself. But if you waking up being judgmental, the first thing you're gonna do is look at somebody like, why are they walking that way?
Yes.
Like, why do you care?
Right.
Like, you can continue to move on, or maybe that person has cerebral palsy or something like that. Like, you don't know. Like,
Right.
It is so many things. It is so many things. I told you, I did my research on the spectrum. I wrote everything down under the spectrum, and it's from the biggest to the smallest. It's
right.
From the learning disability, it might be dyslexia where you just write things backwards. It's small. It's a small thing, but it just has to be taught. So you had to have that one-on-one. My daughter right now, she's going through the process of possibly being on IEP, special education.
Right.
It's not a bad thing.
Right.
It's not a bad thing. It's just giving her that
Please speak to that.
It's giving her extra attention that she needs, the one-on-one, if she gets minutes or hours or however much time that she needs, just to correct the little things that she needs to correct. So whether she's on there for a year or two, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad.
And people and parents in education need to really hear from individuals like you. Obviously, as a associate principal and stuff like that, I used to have to talk to parents about, when the teacher had to bring the evaluation, be like, hey, this is what we think should happen. We need to contact NPS about getting the IEP. And a lot of parents would be like, ain't nothing wrong. Oh, no. Exactly. And I had to be like, someone would come to me one-on-one. I'd be like, you probably should just get it checked out. Ain't nothing wrong with getting it checked out. It's just extra support. Yeah. But they worry about the label.
This is a collaborative thing, man. It's the best interest of your kid. Like, and you probably should want that. It's not people telling you that your kid is bad at something. Right. It said that your kid just needs a little help to increase their awesomeness pretty much. Like, that's all it is. Your kid is awesome. But let's help push this kid to where they can really go. So if we can sit down one-on-one for an hour or 30 minutes and help read. Right. It's as simple as that. That's all it really is. You go through this long eval process and, parents get stressed out. Like, but at the end of the day, it's your kid getting an extra 40 minutes one-on-one time to read.
And the earlier the better.
Earlier the better, get pulled out of these big groups that they in to have a one-on-one time. Because that's probably what you want as a parent, just to get your kid that extra so they can. Right.
And it's easy for us to understand that, right?
Yeah.
From the end and being in education. And I still been struggling with this. I'm like, why do our parents, like, why are they so apprehensive and afraid of it? Or like be like they just look at it like, okay. I guess I could say one thing would be kind of like the way it's portrayed in like the media and stuff like that. Like, oh, we are overdiagnosing or misdiagnosing our young boy. And I get that part, but. We're talking about the diagnosis. We're not talking about actually getting support and actually checking it out.
Exactly. I think a lot of parents think about like kids being medicated or something like that.
There you go.
Things of that nature.
There you go.
A lot of times, like that is like the least of what's going on because a lot of times educators don't want to go through the process of administering whatever they want to administer, and the kids probably don't need it no way. So it's that's a lot of the things. It's the unknown with parents. Like that's why I said, edify yourself, teach yourself these things. I only went to college for like a year and a half. I taught myself all this stuff. I taught myself sign language. Taught myself Braille. Like these not classes I took. I edified myself and I taught myself these things. And now it's just gonna be helping me with my second daughter, with her progression in school. So I'm glad I did it. Right. So,
So you put the work in and you actually, you didn't make no excuses. You can sit back and just,
just sitting there doing it.
Because you wanted to be able to know what was going on and have some kind of idea. So when I'm talking, and I might have to advocate for my daughter. I might have to advocate for a student.
Yeah, my brother. So it's just a large population of individuals that's under the spectrum. And, a lot of times it gets pushed to the side. So that's why I do what I do. So, because they need people. My basketball team, they're all adults. They want to hoop, though. They want to go somewhere to hoop. Right. So they come to me. All right, I got this league for y'all. Come hoop here. Right. They just going to keep coming back. I'm a resource for them. So, to keep them out of the streets. Right. Like, if they need something, I'll raise some money for it. You need some shoes, you need some deodorant, whatever it is. Right. They come to me for that. Like, so, it's just to being a resource for that population. I don't need to be it for nobody else, but for that population, I'm gonna be there for them.
You to go to.
It's integrated for me,
and that's beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's good. That's great for Milwaukee, and it's just like it's crazy that and I know you don't really care for it, but it's crazy that you don't get acknowledged for that a lot more, or a lot more partnerships and a lot more people like really trying to, try to help out with these things. And I'm not trying to down talk nobody or cast no disparagement, but it's just like when you see somebody like yourself doing what you're doing, for, like you said, the special needs population, and just in general, just using your heart and using your own resources, your own mind, edifying yourself and stuff like that. Why wouldn't somebody else want to jump on board? So that's why when I see you from afar, I'm thinking like, man, hold on, Q out here doing some great things out here. You on Good Morning America and all that, you know what I mean? And it's not about that, but it's just a simple fact that clearly you've been putting in work.
Exactly.
And my thing is like, why people are not behind it? And obviously we can't force somebody to do anything. We're not asking for no handouts, but it's like, why not support a great cause?
Exactly. And then for me, support is just showing up to a game. Like if we got a tournament at Vincent, like that's home field for us. Right. So we get a couple fans there to cheer for us, because at the end of the year, a couple weeks, I ain't get to tell you, we gotta go to Oshkosh for state in a couple weeks. And
so y'all going to state?
We're going to state. Yeah, we're going for a 3-peat this year. So yeah.
When is that?
April 12th through the 14th.
April 12th through the 14th. Okay.
Oshkosh. So if you're in the Oshkosh area, we need some volunteers.
You hear that?
Come on.
Oshkosh 12th through the 14th.
12th through the 14th.
Okay.
But yeah, we go out there and we playing this Oshkosh. They at home. They got 50 fans. We got like 2. Like it's different. So support is crazy.
Stop it.
Support is crazy when you go different places. So I'm trying to take these young men and take them all over the place to go hoop. And just be a little supportive. It's like a Special Olympics AAU. Like people get down with the AAU, but they don't want to get down with this. But it's because it's not knowledgeable about it though. So that's why I got my shirt, my hat on. CoachQuentinRedd.com. You can find me everywhere. All right, come support. Just come out and watch them hoop. Like that's all it is. They want people to. They want to feel like Giannis. They want to feel like, dang, we look up to them. Like,
right.
They had the opportunity last year to go play at Pfizer. Like, that's monumental to them.
Yeah, because they had the whole backdrop and everything for them too, right?
On the court, right before the Buzz game. About 6,000 people in there watching them. That's monumental to them. Like, so for me to give them that opportunity, come on, man. That's a lifetime thing for them. So just trying to put them in position to have those type of things, to be able to go travel out of town and go hoop. When I was on GMA, I had a couple of my athletes on Good Morning America with me.
Right.
Like, that's cool. Like, they all down with me. Like, come on with it. So, yeah.
Man, I got so much to say about that. When did you start coaching?
I've been coaching 18 years.
18
years.
And basketball and softball.
So I coach the Special Olympics. I do basketball, football, and I did softball for the national games.
Okay.
So the national games was 2 years ago. I did 2 years ago. It's every 4 years. So it's just like regular Olympics. It's just a special Olympics. Olympics, the national games. So every 4 years. This one was in Disney. So we're in Disney 8 days. Sponsored by Adidas, Jersey Mike's, Coca-Cola. We got Disney. We played at the Wild World ESPN Sports Complex, and came second in the nation. Lost to Kansas. So Wisconsin has the second best Special Olympics softball team in the nation. So
crazy.
It's crazy athletes out here.
Okay, well, why is this not being championed, Q? This is what I'm trying to understand. This is exactly why I got Western Motive, man. Because I'm trying to figure out if we got these community people working and doing these things on grassroots. You in a community, deep in the trenches. You doing this. You moving. Why is there not a bigger hovering and corralling of people to get behind this? And like you said, support just means showing up.
Yeah, I mean that's it.
It means just sharing something, liking something, really just being there. And I'm gonna fault myself too to a certain degree too, because I should have been tapped into it, and just in general in terms of us, even if we only talk sporadically, me not knowing you've been doing this for 18 years, it's crazy.
No, I mean, it's just kind of just what I do. Like I said, it's second nature. So I ain't gonna shove it down nobody's throat. I'm just gonna do what I do.
No,
you
for real.
See see what it is organically. Like, you know, me being on TV, that's all organic. You know, they asked me to do a speech before we left to go to Disney. I had to write out a speech.
For real?
Man, I had to write out a speech. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Please do.
Oh, it was pretty dope too.
For real?
Talk about growing up in Milwaukee. Like, they had the send off ceremony at Pfizer for the whole thing of Wisconsin. Like 100 people from the state of Wisconsin going, like 8 from Milwaukee. So, you know, they like, why not have you speak in representation of Milwaukee?
That's huge.
It's awesome. It was awesome. It been some crazy dope stuff going on.
That is
outside of Good Morning America. Hey, how many people you know that been on Good Morning America?
one, and that's you. I'm just saying, like, and that's all I'm saying, man. Like,
but I mean, just to, you know, be acknowledged or something like that. You know, I'm doing something right, and I'm gonna continue to do the right thing.
No, for sure. And I think, and the best part about it is that you're doing it, you know, with the right intentions and
sure.
you know, the right motive and everything like that. So, I don't know, man. I just be baffled, and you know, as I continue to talk to people and talk to different people, I start seeing like, man, like, unfortunately, like, we are divided in the city a lot.
It's a cultural thing, though. Like, if you ain't in these certain type of crowds, then, you know, it's just a division. But it is what it is, you know. A lot of people got to do what's right out here sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we gonna be divided when people doing right and the people that's doing right.
No, for sure.
Being, you know, separated from people doing wrong. And being condemned for doing right. So, you know, this is what it is. But, you know, we continue to do the right thing and think nothing of it.
You gotta keep on pushing, right?
For sure, though.
Do you have anybody like that you collab with at all and partnered with at all?
So,
or who would you say are like your main supporters?
Man, I really just reach out to people who been kind of doing things under the spectrum. There is somebody I do plan on linking up with, Damien Buchanan.
Okay.
He's a dope dude.
Okay.
Dope individual. He runs the Adaptive Center.
Okay.
Yeah, so like wheelchair basketball and things of that nature. He's got some big stuff going on.
Okay.
So shout out Damien Buchanan because he got some stuff going on. Just ran into him last week too, so hopefully we collab real soon. But outside of that, man, yeah, I'm doing everything, man. I'm working on my building. I'm drawing everything out myself. Doing my mission statement.
Okay.
I'm doing everything on my own. So, you know.
So you getting ready to, you start a nonprofit or you got one?
I'm starting a nonprofit.
Okay.
And, you know, and just gonna build it up. I gave you the card.
I know you gave me the card
for basketball stuff. So
just
being a resource for anybody on the spectrum if they want to come hoop and creating a safe space.
Okay.
So, you know, that's really all I want to be is a safe space.
No judgment.
No judgment at all. You know, if they need somewhere to go, it's like a YMCA for anybody under the spectrum. Come to where I'm at, you know, come hoop, come shower, swim, work out if you need a computer lab or whatever that may be. So just trying to create this avenue for people on the spectrum to go, whether to make it's like a YMCA, Boys Girls Club type of thing, but for our friends under the spectrum who don't have a place to go.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna make sure I put this up on the on our pod and stuff like that because
come on with it.
I love it. And one of my major questions is, you know, and you pretty much been speaking to it a lot, but like, what's your motive behind it all?
Yeah, and that's it right there. That's it right there. I want to create this safe space, this big, huge facility for everyone in the spectrum to be able to come and have fun, like a YMCA type thing. Like I said, have a gym, sensory room, computer lab, swimming pool, wheelchair accessible, braille room, everything
catered to them.
Everything catered to them.
And it's for them.
Catered to them, yeah. Everybody that works there knows everything. Knows everything on the spectrum. Yep. They know how to sign language. They know how to read braille. They know how to deal with people with whatever type of need they need. Guys, you know, it's an awful lot.
Right.
You know, whatever they need, but just being able to work in special education for as long as I have and meeting these individuals throughout all these years, and they know where my heart is. They want to come where I'm at. So, like, hey, the minute you get it open, if you need somebody to work, I'm there. So, just knowing that I have an army behind me of special educators who, you know, love what I'm doing. So, I just got to put it to fruition, and I even get some money.
No, for sure.
But, you know,
I'm sure it's money for it.
But leg work, I'm still keep my 10 toes to, you know, to what I got going into the motive.
Man, listen.
Pedal to the metal.
I will be remiss not to be like, hey man, you got my full support.
Man.
In any way possible that I can, and I definitely gotta,
I mean, this right here,
support some more.
this your platform is supportive.
My little platform.
Come on, man. Like I said, ain't nobody talking to me. The Good Morning America thing, that goes, that happens, and then it's like 2 months, and then it's like, all right, it's back to normal. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we going for our third straight state championship right now. And don't nobody know. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
this is what I'm saying. So like, you going for another championship, and it's not even been talked about.
Not even been talked about. But like, it's a little thing to certain people, but to the people who playing, who's there, it's huge.
It's big.
It's huge. Yeah.
So the games are in Oshkosh.
Yeah.
April 12th through 14th.
12th through the 14th.
You planning you trying to get your nonprofit off the ground and things like that. So you doing all that behind the scenes work now.
Yeah.
And then you have, was it QuentinRedd.com?
Yeah, CoachQuentinRedd.com.
CoachQuentinRedd.com.
Yeah.
And that's for special needs kids and things like that.
And any type of basketball at all.
Okay.
Because I do partnership with the Bucks, and so I do camps with the Bucks.
Okay. I seen the dribblers camps and stuff like that.
I do the dribblers camps, and then of course YMCA. I'm there.
Okay.
So I work there, so cats want to come hoop. I do skills training there too.
Oh, you do?
So yeah. Come on, man. I'm hooping like all the time.
For real?
All the time, like at least like 5-6 days a week outside of education.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm at the Y, got the Bucks, come up to the school. So somebody need to reach out. I'm probably at the gym already. So
yeah,
I mean, not personally.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying.
Well, I did see. I mean, I did see one of your posts where you said it's been a year or over a year. You back in there shooting.
Yeah. No, I felt.
So
good.
you trying to get back out there a little bit?
No, I'm just trying to get this stomach down and being able to go back and forth, walk back and forth. Everything right now with the ankle is just
it's a little shaky.
It's definitely shaky.
I mean, we older too though.
Yeah, no, for real.
Stuff different now.
It's Achilles thing, no joke.
Man, but man, my boy, I just want to say thank you for coming through, man. Like you enlightened me. I'm hoping that the viewers really feel enlightened, and it's somewhat of an impetus for them to really get behind you, because it pains me to know that like we have all these different jewels and different things going on, but we champion the wrong things or some things that are more drama filled, or like you said, if you're not in that in crowd or something like that, when it's like we talk about community, we get people that's talking about community want to do things, but you got community members right here that's doing things on a national scale. My man's went to the USA Special Olympics in Disney. That's a big feat. That's not something that's everyday person is gonna do. You know what I mean? And you put in a lot of sweat and tears for that. And I just want to, applaud you for that and champion you for that. And like I said, support you for that. I'm just happy to hear about all that. And this is a great podcast.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you that.
Man, thanks for having me. I mean, I know it's a great podcast. That's why I came. For one.
I hope so. I hope they recognize it.
For sure, man. Hey, the dialogue here, what you putting out, you know what I'm saying, is what needs to be heard. So, thank you for having me and being able to, talk about what I got going on, man.
For sure. Yeah,
we can do this for hours too. Once we chop it up, all day.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah. We really could. It's so much stuff we could talk about in terms of entertainment, sports, everything. Rapping, everything. But everything. Like, I really wanted to hone in on what you're doing in the community and just education wise, and just hearing it from your perspective. That's a totally different perspective than what other people are used to hearing. And for you to be in it, you grew up with a sibling with special needs. You end up falling into education with special needs. You're doing coaching, and you're doing it so intentionally, where it's crazy, where it's like, you don't see this diamond in the rough? Like, you don't see this like Milwaukee? So, just thank you again, bro. Man, and we got to do it again. We will do it again. And you mess around and see a lot of us, actually. Oh, yeah, for sure. Because I got to collab with my boy. So, until next time, what's your motive?